He sold his wedding ring. She changed her body for him. Two different stories, one heartbreaking truth. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm sharing two heartbreaking stories about relationships, stories of betrayal, self-doubt, and emotional struggle. In the first story, a woman discovers that her husband, after years of lies and cheating, sold his wedding ring for just a few $100s. And in the second, another woman finds herself changing her body and her identity to please the man she loves. Let's dive.
For background, my marriage is already basically over. We were on the rocks for years until last spring when I, 48F, discovered my husband, 47M, had, among other things, begun cheating on me again, and I finally said no more. Divorce is going to happen, but I haven't been able to move forward due to financial reasons. For the time being, we are still living together, kind of like passing roommates, and only ever really talk about superficial stuff, if at all. He got fired from his job about 3 months ago and has not gotten any replacement, as far as I can tell. Over the years, I have had to assume most of the bills already, and we do not have a joint bank account, so for the most part, it hasn't affected my life. As for him, he had no savings to speak of, so I have no idea how he has paid for anything in that time. I suspect he cashed out his 401k, but it couldn't have been more than a few thousand. This morning before I left for work, I saw his wallet and got hit with a little punch of grief. I picked it up to look at where my picture used to be, and I noticed a folded up receipt from a pawn shop for a men's gold ring. He doesn't have a lot of jewelry that I know of, and I can't help assuming it was his wedding ring. I don't know how to feel about this. Divorce is definitely going to happen, so I guess it doesn't matter, but it still makes me feel sick. Clearly he didn't care enough about me or his vows to keep from sleeping around, so why should he care about a hunk of metal? I believe he is a covert narcissist, my unprofessional opinion, and has never done sentimental attachment, but it just feels so cold. The symbol of a union that nearly lasted a quarter century traded for $375 to a pawn shop.
Friends, if you enjoyed the first story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and support me with a like. It really helps me create new videos faster. And now let's move on to the next story.
Hi everyone. I'm 30F and my partner is 30M. We've been together for about 8 or 9 years. I've never posted on Reddit before, but this topic has been on my mind so much that I really need some outside perspective. I can't easily talk about it with friends because it's very intimate, and it also involves personal information about my partner that I don't want to share in my real life. Recently, he opened up to me about a fetish he has, called bimbofication. It means he's sexually attracted to the idea of a transformation into a hyper-feminine, plastic surgery type of look, like big lips, large breasts, heavy makeup, long nails, and so on. A few years ago, I had a breast augmentation. It wasn't extreme, just a small change. It was partly something I had already thought about because I was bullied when I was younger for having small breasts, and I've always felt self-conscious about it. But his preference and the subtle pressure from him definitely influenced me. I probably wouldn't have gone through with it on my own, and even though I'm mostly happy with the result, it also hurts to know it wasn't entirely my decision. When he told me about his fetish, he said it's not that he dislikes my body as it is, but that he is attracted to the process of transformation itself. He mentioned smaller things too, like fake lashes, nails, tan, but he also said he finds fuller lips especially attractive. I feel completely overwhelmed. I'm a very natural type of person, and I barely wear makeup. I've had fake nails before because of him, and while I didn't hate it, I was glad to stop. I've never really liked the done look of lips, and it's only recently that I even started to notice how common it has become. He told me he doesn't want to pressure me into anything, but I still feel like that already happened and that it might happen again. At the same time, I notice how quickly I start to adapt, trying to find reasons why it might actually be exciting or interesting to try this version of myself. I tell myself it could be about growth or confidence, but deep down I don't know if that's really true or if I'm just afraid of losing him, trying to please him and betraying myself again. I don't know how to handle this. How can I figure out what I actually want, separate from what he wants? And how can I talk to him about this without it turning into guilt or pressure again? Any advice from people who've been in similar situations, or who have experience with appearance-related pressure or self-worth issues in relationships, would mean a lot.
Friends, thank you for watching this video until the end. I'm really keen to hear your opinion, so please share it in the comments. Take care and see you next time.